So since Carrie Fisher has passed away, I want to say back in December.
Yeah, I think so.
Is right. It was. I think it was. Yeah, it was actually right before, like within weeks of, The Last Jedi being released in theaters, is when she passed away.
Yeah, December 27th.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So that was actually while it was in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, but since that has happened, a lot of people have been wondering, like, well, where does this leave Princess Leia?
They should have left her out in space. They shouldn't have given her those dumb force powers.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't know that Carrie Fisher was going to pass away on them. But a lot of people were wondering, like, well, how is this going to affect Episode 9? And it's going to affect Episode 9 quite a bit, simply because Leia was actually going to be, like, the main focus, kind of like how 7, a large focus was on Han Solo, 8, a large focus was on Luke, and Leia was going to be a big focus of 9.
And they're going to kill her off in the end, too.
Probably. Well, because
that's what the new series is about.
Because...
Forget about all the people you used to like. They're dead. Now let's introduce these new characters that you don't really care about and aren't really very interesting. And we're gonna make money because Star Wars. Do you even care about Star Wars anymore? I really don't. These movies, they've lost me.
I didn't see Solo.
Did you like The Last Jedi?
I did. I did like it, but I didn't like. I wasn't in love with it. Like I didn't think it's like, wow, this is like just like the old trilogy. No, I didn't think that at all.
I just get sick of it because it's so obvious what they're doing. Like, I don't know, to me, like with the story and everything, there's like so little.
I feel like they don't know what they're doing. Like,
seriously, there's like so little care put into the storyline, and it's so obvious they're just putting out Star Wars because Star Wars equals money, and Disney wants money. Like,
well, just the fact that they went with different directors for for this trilogy, and they said that to each director, like, oh yeah, just do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
And then that, I forget who the second one. I think his name was like Ryan something.
And now they're doing J.J. Abrams for the third one, right?
Yeah, who was in the first one. But
no consistency.
Yeah, it's
for the plot.
It's and it shows in the movies.
It's a jumbled. I don't like it.
Yeah,
anymore.
On its own, like the more I think about The Last Jedi, the less I like it.
Right.
I like
you should watch it again.
Individual, like as an individual Star Wars movie, I like it, but as it fits into the overall thing, I don't. Like it doesn't. Like they could have done better. They could have done much better. Mm-hmm. So with 9, though, they were going to, focus a lot on Princess Leia. Well, now they can't. She wasn't even really alive to. I don't even think they had begun shooting her scenes for Episode 9 when she passed away. So there were basically 3 options that they had.
Just animate her. You did it already.
Well, that was one.
That'd be scary.
CGing her entire, person, and it does look weird. And the other movie franchises have done this too. Like
Thanos looked pretty real, man. That's all I'm saying. If they could do it with the purple guy,
dude. The reason why he looks good is because. Well, because CG works for CG characters. It does not work yet for people that already
it looks
exist.
Weird and creepy.
Like,
I know.
I saw the clip that they did for the Fast and Furious 7 with Paul Walker because he died while that movie was filming, and then like I guess they filmed his brother and they like CG'd like Paul Walker's face on. It looks creepy. It looks real. You can tell. Mm-hmm. Like, even if it's like, if you're watching it on YouTube at like sub HD, you'd be able to tell that
we're not that good yet, people.
Yeah, we're not there yet. And I thought that the shot of Leia in Rogue One looked good for like 4 seconds. Yeah. But when you look at something long enough, you start to see all the flaws.
Well, and they did the same thing with the dude.
Tarkin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he looks creepy to me too. His eyes would look dead.
Yeah,
like, you can't recreate human eyes; they're just too beautiful. I guess I don't know. So, windows to the soul and all that. There's no soul behind it.
So I agree. That's not the route that you should take. The other route or the second route could have been just write her out of the story, which would have been awkward.
Yep.
To say the
let's
least.
Be honest, the whole series awkward at this point. It's
true, but
I'm just a hater. I don't like any of it at this point.
You would have made it more awkward.
Right.
So now what they're doing is they're rewriting the story. Well, number one, because they have to, but they're rewriting the story in a way that will use footage shot for The Force Awakens, because Leia had a lot more. She had much more scenes of her.
Scenes.
Yeah, shot for 7 that they're going to use for 9.
So we get Leia bloopers in episode 9.
Leia bloopers. No, these are straight up deleted scenes that we didn't see any of. So they're going to use that, and then they're probably going to kill her off like towards the beginning or halfway through, because now they don't have a choice, right? They've killed off Han, they've killed off Luke, and now even if they weren't planning on killing off Leia, now they have to.
Yeah.
Because she can't go on.
Or maybe they'll pull a Heath. She'll just disappear into the horizon.
She'll go on a supply run with someone and just awkwardly
she's gone
from the storyline.
Oh yeah, Leia, she's gone. We don't know what happened.
So I do think out of it is I think the best option out of like 3 not really great options in this situation.
Yeah. That's a real piece of that's a real tough job for like the the writers.
Oh, sure.
You gotta cut out bits and just let me put this here. Wow, that would be tough.
I wouldn't want the job of doing that and still make it a movie that people want to go see.
I mean, let's be honest, the bar's set low, but I hope it flops. I really do.
You really don't like new Star Wars.
No, I don't. Seriously, I really hope Solo is an indication of what the next one, because it's their big finale for their new little reboot thing, and it's supposed to be and it's supposed to be this big whatever, and I just hope that no one shows up to see it. I know I won't, so I will help for it to flop. I think that'd be hilarious. That would bring me joy, true joy, if that happened. Is that this Christmas or next?
No, it is not
next
this Christmas. It's going to be, Christmas of 2019.
Yeah, we would have gotten the trailer by now. Yeah. Okay. So, I think that'd be funny if it failed. But, it doesn't sound like it's going to be an easy movie to make at this point with the whole Leia issue.
And I will say this about the series overall. I do think that when you look at people talking about it, and they kind of don't like how there's a lot of things that aren't Star Wars that have been added to Star Wars,
like the powers and the lore and stuff, like the abilities that they can do.
Are you talking about how
the Force works?
The Force projection that I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. I think people who get upset about that are just nerds who you don't decide what Star Wars is. The people who make Star Wars decide what Star Wars is. Sit down. And
there were cool ideas and I keep wanting to say Return of the Jedi, The Last Jedi. Yeah. That was a good idea. I love the shot of doing the hyper speed through. That was incredible. And I think hating on those aspects are stupid.
There's a lot bigger fish, many bigger.
Oh,
fish
sure, yeah. There are problems with the movies. There are character issues. There are plot issues with the movie.
There's social justice warrior stuff.
Yeah, there's that too.
It's Disney written all over it.
Yeah, and I'm just okay, can we just? This isn't Star Wars, people.
No. Just tell a story that's interesting. Don't try to white knight it or
I will say this, and I will end it here. Yeah. This is making the prequels look pretty darn good, in my opinion.
I'm not even going to argue. I'm not even a huge fan of the prequels, but seriously, I'm looking at that those are the good old days.
I want to put
I'm there.
I want to you almost want to make a meme with of course,
Jar Jar and the Asian girl.
No, Jar Jar with Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker, arm in arm, just looking like they're buddy, saying so do you miss us yet?
Yeah. seriously, like that. Like those are the good old days. Take me back.
When the worst problem we had was Jar Jar.
When the movies made more sense and they had consistent stories, and there wasn't social justice warrior. When Disney did, okay, yeah,
Fair points.